Is your business sitting on untapped value? You wouldn't be alone. 94% of business leaders say they should be getting more value from their data. With Tableau, now you can tap the untapped. So welcome to Tableau 101, a beginner's guide to turning data into action. I'm Carolyn Bathauer, joined by Bailey Ferrari, Solution Engineering Director, and Ed Boring, RVP of Sales. Welcome, rock stars. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you are here. But let's jump right in. So for someone in the Salesforce ecosystem who knows that they should be using data better, I think that's a lot of us.
Common sentiment.
But maybe they don't know where to start. What makes Tableau so valuable? Bailey, let's start with you first.
No, and I love this question, and it's such a common problem that we're facing. So everyone that's feeling that is in good company, and that's why we're so bullish organizationally to solve that, to make data better, more accessible. And the beauty of Tableau is that it makes it visual. We know psychologically, based on pre-attentive attributes, years and years and years of research, that visualizing data makes data easier to see, understand, and action on. And that's what Tableau does. Tableau takes the data that exists in CRM and outside of CRM, synthesizes it, makes it textual, specific, and actionable, and puts it directly in the flow of work for business users.
I love that. And so, Ed, can I apply my Salesforce knowledge to Tableau? Like, what's the first thing that people need to do to get started with Tableau?
Yeah, no, it's now more than ever, right, with Tableau Next and this exciting release of kind of this next-gen analytics platform built on Salesforce. If you're deeply invested in Salesforce, that means you understand the data, whether it's sales, service, marketing, commerce, healthcare, and life sciences. You know the rows and columns of data that your organization needs to go ahead and take action on. So when we look at Tableau Next, a huge part of Tableau Next is the semantic model, and that takes the data lake objects, the data model objects, and it infuses that into a semantic model, then infuses and powers every portion of Tableau Next, from creating an ad hoc visualization, to building out a dashboard, to creating agentic skills with Concierge. Your skill set has never been more important than it is right now.
That's incredible. And so, Bailey, you're always talking with customers clearly about their biggest pain points. And the beauty of analytics is it can help in any industry. So you support organizations in communications, media, tech. What's an example of a practical pain point where Tableau can be a differentiator? And I know you're not just going to tell us, you're going to show us. So
I cannot wait to show you, yes. And this example really resonates with me too, because I too am in SaaS sales. So for my tech customers that are trying to really streamline the way that they can operate their sales organization, Tableau makes things like forecasting easier than ever before. You can ask questions, what are my top opportunities? What are the risks associated with those opportunities? And when you spot a problem in how your ops are trending, or if there's a pull forward opportunity, you can then take action directly through that conversational experience and say, hey, reach out to the AE, help me understand, is this op trending or not? So it's contextual, it tells you exactly what you need to know, and it's actionable.
See, I love that. And there's so many people who need to access data. And I think what the visualization that you mentioned before, and then the ability to tap into all of these different data lakes and data points is when I can visualize that, now I can take action on it. And I think that that's one of the things that as a business user is so valuable in my day-to-day is I can make better decisions every single day because of that. So that's one industry. So other industries have other use cases. So can you show me how Tableau can help health and life sciences organizations?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're looking at healthcare and life sciences organizations, you have payer, provider, pharmaceutical type organizations. And at the end of the day, we know that there's a lot of stress around this industry. Capacity is tight. There's a lot of pressure to go ahead and deliver on a consistent basis. And so what we're seeing here is we're seeing the concierge experience. We're making your analytical agent smarter by tapping into that semantic model, and you're giving yourself the opportunity to ask very specific questions around adherence and average task age. Tableau is providing you that answer, but it's grounded in data. It's grounded in this ability to customize that specific answer to the specific question that you're asking. And what's powerful about that is you have the combination of the visuals on the left, but you're going to continue to ask those questions. Let me understand, for those patients with low adherence, who are the top care barriers for them? So you're going down this analytical path, this journey, where my question to people who are consuming this is, what would they do without this? You not only get the answer, but you get the visual context that's built there. And we know a 21-year perennial powerhouse in visualizations, that's how people go ahead and take action there. And it customizes it. It gets it down to that single problem of the question so that you can go ahead and take action, writing an email, using those opportunities to, at the end of the day, to serve your customers, your clients, your patience, whatever it is better, whether it's externally or internally, and Tableau Next can do that.
Yeah. So I actually have another question that combines a little bit of this conversation. So mentioning being in sales, right? And so I think about what we just saw and being able to ask a question about complicated data, about my customers, about their purchase history, about maybe some targeting I want to do, invites I want to send out to wonderful events like this. Help me understand, like, what are some of the things or questions that salespeople can ask to get some answers about, how they can advance their sales cycles?
Such a good question, and I'm so excited about the potential here. Sales and service in particular are use cases that, resonate deeply because it's what I do for a living, but it's solving real problems for our customers. Think, for example, a seller needing to go in and understand, hey, has this customer opened a bunch of tech support cases? Are they a hot account, or can I actually sell into them right now? So it's a huge amount of unstructured data. Maybe it's emails or call transcripts that you no longer need to try to make something of on like a dashboard, but instead you can just say, hey, give me bullet points of how this has trended and whether or not I can engage this account.
Yeah, the structured data provides like inputs. The unstructured data provides the context. When you can put those two things together, there is an unbelievable amount of possibility. So I love that. So you both have talked about the importance of the visualizing data. So what's the next level of analytics? And then we saw a little bit of the agents, but how do they factor into this visualization?
Absolutely. So visualization will never not be important, right? Because it makes sense of the data in a way that you can understand more quickly than if you were just looking at, the raw numbers. But by putting that agentic experience on top of it, surfacing vises through that conversational interface and giving you the granularity that you need, whether it's that bird's eye view or opportunity specific, record specific, you get best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think you look at really augmenting the analyst. Everything that's incredibly complex, putting the technology that's now available to go ahead and solve those problems, creating a very deeply complicated calculation, creating a semantic model that's required to visualize that, all of that is being powered by this experience, and it's incredibly powerful.
Right. So what's the big deal with Tableau Pulse? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when we look at the Tableau Plus portfolio of products, it's incredibly powerful because it gives you access to the leader when it comes to human visual intelligence, whether it's Tableau Prep, Tableau Desktop, the agentic skills to go out and build visualizations and build all of that. There's been incredible innovation that's happened, again, over the 21 years that this company's been around. When you also look at Tableau Next, built on Salesforce, built on Data Cloud, that's incredibly powerful as well. Tableau Plus brings all of that together. It gives organizations, enterprise, wall-to-wall enterprise analytics to solve their most important problems with data. And I don't think there's anything more important than that, and that's why we're well positioned to support them.
Great.
Yep, absolutely. I think with Tableau Plus specifically, it really goes to show that we are thinking about things through the lens of interoperability. So we want to have purpose-built use cases for the CRM. So that's opportunity, record-level specific visualizations, summarization, experiences, as well as purpose-built flexible solutions for those non-CRM use cases. If you are not familiar with Tableau Public, go check it out. You will see unbelievable, really, really robust visualizations and things that maybe aren't, again, CRM-specific data, but like geospatial analytics. So that flexibility to build and to use Tableau as it's been, in the ecosystem for, how many, 21 years, perennial powerhouse. You heard it from Ed. That doesn't go away. It's complemented by, what you can do with Tableau Next. So Tableau Plus gives you the whole kit and caboodle, everything you would need to be successful in CRM and out.
That's amazing. Thank you both so much for joining me today, and make sure you check that out. So Tableau is not just a tool, it's a movement towards smarter decisions, clearer visuals, and dare I say, better business storytelling. Thanks so much, Ed and Bailey, for your insights. To learn more about Tableau Plus, go to sfdc.co/Tableau Plus or scan the QR code on your screen.